coasters, and it's still fun, but just a fairly short ride. The color scheme do pop, but many people do wish that the old color scheme uh, was back. So this is not my clip. This is Coaster Kale's clip I'm borrowing right now. So yeah, it's a really tame ride, very short, but it still packs a punch, I like the fact that the coaster goes over the lake water, and you just swoop through a corkscrew, and you go through a helix, and you can kick the water. As you can tell, this coaster opened in 1993, so this is one of the older roller coasters that open in the park. But technically, it's still a smooth ride, and you know, there's just so much to it. I mean, technically, this is a B&M coaster, so it should be like glossy smooth, right? So B&Ms are known for being a smooth roller coaster. The new ones, though, I heard that they kind of got a little rough. So now let's kick off and start off with this review. So you will take a right hand turn and head to your lift hill of the ride. So I believe the ride is about 109 feet tall. So you will cross the lift hill for a while looking at the Levis Stadium to your left and the parking lot to your left. So the right, you see the Levis Stadium. So for a while, you cross to the lift hill. Once you cross to the top, you will then see the parking lot and swoop to the left. You will then proceed to your first inversion, which is the vertical loop. And then you will go to a spiral going up. You'll turn around, and you will then drop a bit and go through a 0G roll. And you will kind of do this S-turn thing over the station. You will then swoop down, and like what I was talking about earlier, you'll start going to the corkscrew over the water. Then you will do this over the water thing, like you can kick the water for your feet. Then you turn around a bit and you hit the brake run. And it's a really nice sensation to obviously kick the water, though it's just a pretty short ride. There are so many things that they could pretty much add to this coaster if it were a longer ride. More inversions, maybe more drops, but eventually maybe the space that they had to work with is probably limited. So whatever space they got available, this is the layout that they came up with. But when it comes with newer B&M coasters, they're much longer and bigger, but this one is kind of short. So people were expecting that this is going to be a longer ride, but it wasn't. But I still like the fact that you have that sensation that you can, go over the water and you can kick with your legs. But if you're sitting towards the left side, you probably can. So it's really a fun ride, but it's a short ride. I still like it. It's still fun to go on. Don't get me wrong. Even if it's short, it's really enjoyable to go on. But this is probably something that you probably won't probably want to go on again and just walk off this thing and be like, oh, this is an okay ride. I wish there's more to it. Or you probably are going to be thinking that you want to go on it again and feel like it's a longer ride, but technically you still want to go on this again. But technically, for its final score, I'm just going to give it a I'll give it like a 6 because it's still a good ride. I'm giving it 6 for smoothness, for the color scheme, and for the ride experience. I would have rated higher though if, like what I said, it's a longer ride and stuff. But it's just a weaker B&M invert. So this is probably my second B&M invert I've ridden, among with the other 5. So I've ridden like already 5 B&M inverts, and this coaster is still good, but just very short. Have you ridden this coaster before? If you've yet ridden it, please let me know what you think. And really quick, this clip is from Zombie Coasters, so I'm just letting you borrow this clip from me. So I'm borrowing the clip. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed and have a great rest of the day, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.